Hi, everybody. This is Gary Dean, and this is our nightly video report for Tuesday, October 25th, 2016. I'm getting this out about 20 minutes before the bell, just so if you guys want to make any trades off of it, you can. I'm not really pounding the table on anything right now. I was really hoping that they were going to push it back up into these levels here at the open, because the futures were actually they were up when I did my morning report, and then by the time I got it out, it was they were down some, and you can see we just pretty much went down from there. So why didn't I go short? Well, this went down a little too fast, and we would have had to jump in real fast. And then as you see here, there's some bullish divergences that are in place. We're pretty oversold. And again, this is a short-term chart. This is only a 5-minute chart. So if we come down, you can keep an eye on the 2139, maybe the 2137 level. That might hold as support. I'm more interested in if they give us a bounce, shorting back up here, somewhere near that 2150 range. If they go above that, then obviously I'd be looking at the levels that I had mentioned this morning, which is the 2154 and then the 2162. So right now I'm not really interested in jumping in because of what the short-term technicals are showing. And the one really big thing that I wanted to show you is that, we have another failed gap up. Now, this is, I think, the 9th that we've had. Why the bulls continue to do this, I have absolutely no idea. But somebody's getting smoked because they're buying all of the, whether it be the futures or whatever, to give us this pop up. And every time we see it, they're losing money on the way down on it. So right now, like I said, I'm not interested in taking the position, because I still like I think there's going to be more room on the downside. But I think if you if you got short right now, you're risking that you're 7 points underwater on the S&P. So if we look at a 15-minute chart, these we didn't really have any bearish divergences that were in place. So if we come up, that would actually trigger some bearish divergences. You can see we're right at the gap support right there, and if they lose that, then we have the 2141, which is the moving average right there, which is support. So these are really the reasons I'm not jumping on the short side right now, because we know that any big move down has been bid right back up again, and any big move up has been sold off. So it's one of those things that I really don't have any strong opinion on which direction it's going to go. I do favor the downside, and that's primarily because of the sell signals that we're seeing on the futures charts. But we're getting, we had a little bit of a down move today. So that, that is playing out as expected. I think it could be a little bit more than that, but the fact that we don't have any bearish divergences on the 15, nor do we have them. We actually do have them on the 60. So that's one of the reasons why I'm actually thinking that I'm looking more bearish than up, because this is it's a bearish divergence here, and you can see that the pattern, it's almost like this a rising wedge right here. So I like the downside on it, but the thing is that the not having any sell signals on the 15 leaves the door open that we could pop up here before heading lower again. So when you don't really have any strong bias as far as on the short term, you just let things play out, let the smoke settle, and then you take a position. But right now, it would have been great to get short right at the beginning. Maybe if I wasn't a chicken and said put your short, right at the open, take your short position. That would have been nice, but we didn't do it. And like I said, with the chop that we've been seeing, it's not worth really just taking any big trades, because I don't believe that the floor's not going to come out, and I don't believe they're going to blow through the ceiling until the elections are over. So we may have another 2 weeks of this stuff, but we'll have to kind of wait and see how things play out. So anyway, we're at some support. 2141 is the other support. Then we start having pivot. support, and that's at 2137, and then we just have regular price support at the 2135. So these are the areas that we could see some buying. Now, again, why I don't like the long side is we're very overbought on our momentum. We have bearish divergences. We ran into resistance on another gap up, and then it fell. So that's why I'm more interested on just looking on the short side. And like I said, if they can give us a rally someplace back up into this 2150, I'm jumping all over it. If they continue higher, then I'll wait for someplace up into this level and to take my second half. But until then, it's not. I'd probably recommend just watching right now. It's really, you can try and pick a spot to go long, but I don't like that trade just because of the 60-minute charts. But I don't like jumping short because of, none of these are. This is approaching oversold right there. 5 minutes oversold, and it has some bullish divergences. So I'm just going to sit this one out. If it bounces and we see a late day rally into the, somewhere at the 2150, maybe you want to take a small short position. If we start breaking support like this 2141 or the 2137 level in here, then you may be able to just jump in, but I don't think that's going to happen today. So right now, like I said, I don't really, I got it out a little bit early just because I wanted to show you where we were, and my recommendation would be just sit and watch right now. It's not worth rolling the dice on which way things are going to go. So with that, have a great night, and I'll talk to you guys in the morning.